Stop recording button.
Yo, what's up
Double tap to
everyone? Welcome guys to our morning reflection. Today it is Tuesday, August 25th, 2026. The time is going to be 8 a.m. And I'm here guys at my babysitter's house like I'm always at. Whenever my Auntie Dolly is not available. But this is my second day at my babysitter's house since yesterday. Well, I'm spending the day today, and today I'm going to my second home. I'm going to my second home today after piano class. I'm very excited for that. Because at least I can see my Auntie Dolly and my Antonella. So yeah, guys, when I went outside this morning, I did not have much layers on because it was quite chilly out. Right now it is currently around 69 degrees, according to the weather on my phone. Yeah, it is quite chilly outside, but it's still pleasant, you know. It's chilly but manageable outside. And right now today I just went outside in crops and light clothes. And that's all. So yeah, guys, I'm excited because today my babysitter is going to take me to Aldi later today. I don't know where she's going to go, what she's going to do there, but well, at least I can experience the city. I love the sound of the city in the morning, guys. It's refreshing, especially in the summer. In the summer months where the weather is warm. The city is hustling and busy. Well, I think technically all year long, the city is always in motion. Because like people say, New York City never sleeps. Yeah, I just love the sound of the city. I also love the sound of suburban neighborhoods too. When cars go by really fast past you, oh my gosh. That's definitely a good sound to hear. At least I got my crops today, guys, because yesterday I had my shoes and I did not bring my crops, and I was trying to do some imagination on the floor like I always do. But it's kind of hard to do it with my shoes. It's kind of hard to picture things in my mind with my shoes. Because then I picture it differently compared to when I do it with my crops. When I do imagination with my crops, I like it. I like the texture. I like I like how it feels. I just like banging it against, no, not banging it, but sort of moving it on the floor while I imagine. Because how I can explain it is, it helps me create like a mental map of what I'm trying to imagine. You know, it anchors me inside my imagination, basically. That's really the point of my crops. And I feel like I'm the only person who has this habit of doing this. Because I've been doing this since like 6 years old, guys. I have been playing with my crops since I was like 6. I just had this idea of playing with my crops. I don't remember the very first thing I was imagining about, but I think one of the first things were, small scenes. You know, small scenes. For example, maybe like inside a campus, walking around a campus, or imagining street orders but in random ways. But now, at age 15, I have been in New York City for pretty much my whole life. Now I know the inside out of the city almost. So, in my imagination, I can do this. I can imagine the same structure of the city, but in my own terms. Yep. So, that's how it works. So, whenever I feel like doing an imagination session, I would anchor myself in my imagination by moving my crops on the floor. And the structure is my thumb goes in inside my crops where my foot goes in, and my pointer, middle, ring, and pinky fingers go in the bottom of my slippers. So then I move them all together with my 5 fingers, and then as I move it, it feels like a weird, not weird, but it feels like a good sensation, and that sensation anchors me inside my imagination. Yeah, that's how I can explain it. Today, guys, I have to deal with this kid again, guys. Josiah. He's not really. He's not a really good friend. Even though, like I said yesterday, even though he's just learning, I just don't have really much patience with him. Well, guys, maybe my piano lesson, well, never mind, because when I get to my Aunt Dolly's house, it's gonna be very early, because my taxi is gonna pick me up at 6:30 today, to take me to my second home, and, we can do our evening reflection there, in my second home. Yeah. In my second home, we can do our evening reflection, because I'm assuming if traffic is quick, if there's not much traffic, we're probably going to arrive like at 7 p.m. Because sometimes I've noticed that a lot of Access a Ride drivers take longer routes. I don't know why. I don't know why they take longer routes, but I'm just curious. Like, why do they take longer routes? Yeah, guys, my allergies are bothering me today, guys. Thankfully I took allergy medicine, because otherwise I would be I would have to combat this all day long, and I don't want to do that. Because I want to save my energy for, my creative stuff. For example, talking to Hey Google, or doing our reflections, like always, or learning about something new, or listening to some music. I don't want to spend the whole day combating allergies, having to constantly blow my nose, and ask for tissues. Yeah. Thankfully, I took my loratadine medicine, 10 milligrams. Every morning, guys, I wake up congested. As soon as I wake up, I start getting congested. My congestion I start sneezing, my nose starts itching, I start blowing my nose frequently. But then it goes away as the day goes on. And also with the medication it kind of helps too. Cuz loratadine works 24 hours to slow your to to decrease the level of histamine, H1 histamine receptors. No, not H1. I believe it's H3. I'm not sure. But the type of histamine that's associated with allergies, it suppresses histamine associated with allergies. Therefore, it suppresses allergy symptoms like congestion, sneezing, nose itching. Yeah. And it's actually very good to drink medication to take loratadine because allergies can put the immune system in overwhelming. Can overwhelm the immune system and constantly put it in hyperreactivity, which I believe can sort of increase the risk of infection and stuff because the airways are constantly inflamed. That's why it's important to take the medication. Yeah, because even if I feel better, even if my allergies are not bothering me, it could in the future. So that's why I believe it's important to take the medicine. Because what's good about loratadine is that it doesn't have any risk of tolerance. It can be taken at any time. Yeah, so. Yeah, I'm excited, guys, to go to Aldi. I don't know what we're gonna do there, but we'll see. And guys, I'm having this issue with Lazarillo now, guys. Throughout the last couple days, ever since Sunday, I opened Lazarillo. Lazarillo is announcing the locations like as always. But then it started telling me your location is not accurate. And I thought it was a Lazarillo issue. But it must be the internet. I don't know. Because usually I would use Lazarillo and it wouldn't say that. You know, the GPS signal would be smooth. I would know where I am without having to deal with any lags. But it started on Sunday when we were heading to Queens for that birthday party. I opened Lazarillo. It was announcing the locations, but it was not accurate. So I got a little stressed out, and I went to the point where I was like, never mind. I'm just gonna have to rely on people to ask, what street is this? Because if Lazarillo doesn't work, well, what could I do? Ask people, what street is this? Because I really want to know where I am. I love knowing where I am. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, Lazarillo is now telling me your location is not accurate. It has been always accurate. But I don't know what's going on. All I can do now is just ask people, what street is this? And sometimes people are not so accurate. Because some people say, we're on Bronxwood, or we're on Williamsbridge, without saying the cross street. Unless I explicitly ask them, Williamsbridge and what? Then they sort of get it. But then, no, there's really no point of asking people because I don't want to bother them. number one. And number two, sometimes they're not so accurate because they don't say the cross street. And they cannot say every shopping center that we pass by. Lazarillo could say that. And that's why I know about more shopping centers now and restaurants, all because of Lazarillo. But now, unfortunately, I'm going to have to rely on people to ask, what street is this? Because if Lazarillo doesn't work, if it's gonna keep telling me your location is not accurate, well, oh, you know what, guys? Maybe the next steps I can try is uninstalling the app and reinstalling it again. And we'll see if it works. If it does, good. If it doesn't, then, well, that's all I can think of for now. Why is she not picking up the phone? Alright, anyways. I was kind of worried because she didn't pick up the phone, and I'm afraid people are going to be like, why is she not picking up the phone? Yeah, guys, I hope you guys had enjoyed the Jay Stevens party yesterday. It was definitely a good time yesterday evening, during our evening reflection. We're going out into the city. I'm excited. Alright, everyone, we're gonna end our reflection right there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I recommend you guys to subscribe and support this channel, and I'll see you guys later for afternoon reflection. Goodbye, guys.